Hey YouTube, time for another quick knife review. This is the Smith & Wesson H.R.T. model number SW-H.R.T. MGB. I bought it at Big Five. They listed it at $49.99. Sorry, my camera has a really hard time focusing at two different depths, and it seems to like that depth better than this depth. So they list this knife at 50 bucks. I did not pay that for it. I got it on sale for 15, and when you actually do searches for it on Amazon and whatnot, you'll find that 15 to 20 bucks is the actual price that most people are asking. So they say it's a sale to make you think you're getting a good deal, but if you paid 50 bucks for this knife, I'm sorry, you got ripped off. Okay, Smith & Wesson Hostage Recovery Team. It just doesn't like to focus. Totally need to get a new camera. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, H.R.T. Hostage Recovery Tool, Home Repair Tool. I don't know. They say Hostage Recovery Team. You know, they put gimmicks like that on knives to make them sound cool or whatnot. But I bought this one because it was on sale, and I got suckered into thinking that 50 bucks for the knife and then being on sale for 15 was an awesome deal. So a little bit about this knife. It's got a 4.5 inch closed dimension. And the blade length is, see, it doesn't open very well. I'll talk about that in a minute. 3.62 inches and total overall length of 8.12 inches. Blade is 440 stainless, false edge, spear point blade. It's been bead blasted finish on it. Ambidextrous thumb studs, which are completely worthless for the way this blade is designed. Liner lock, lanyard hole, and last but not least, a single fixed point metal pocket clip. I say single fixed point, it can be removed, but it cannot be attached anywhere else. That's what I mean by single fixed point. So I've carried this one. I've used it. Value for 15 to 20 bucks. If you could find this for 15 bucks, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Warranty, I don't know what Smith & Wesson's warranty is. There was no paperwork in the box. I just can't talk today. So there's no documentation on it. Whatever Smith & Wesson's warranty is, I honestly have no idea. Maybe I should look that up beforehand. But I'm guessing it's probably not going to be a lifetime warranty. If it is, then that's great. But that's something that I just don't know. Mobility, it's fairly thin. So it fits in the pocket pretty well. The pocket clip, belt clip, is fairly high up on the handle, but it does leave some of the knife exposed, hanging out of your pocket. And it is single fixed point. It cannot be moved to any other location on the knife. So that's a little bit of a negative. Opening sucks. There's actually two ways to open it. And I'm wearing gloves. If you don't have gloves on, then you know it might be a little easier to open. But if you try to use the thumb stud, let me see if I could show you the difficulty with this. So here's the finger assist to flick this open. There's no spring in it, so it's all manual. But if you're holding it like this to use the thumb stud, you can kind of see that tail grabs into that finger and allows it so it gets stuck, so you can't open it. Because the thumb stud is set right next to the handle. So there's no freedom for your fingers to move. So it gets, for me, if I try to open it with that thumbstick, it gets caught most of the time. So what I do to open this thing is you have to flick the wrist. If you just go like this, it's not going to come out all the way because it's not spring assisted. But if you flick the wrist, it's going to open up pretty easily. So for opening, I give this some big negatives. It doesn't work right. You have to really get used to it. And if you're in an emergency situation, if you're trying to defend yourself and you fumble with opening of the knife, it could embolden whoever you're trying to defend yourself from, thinking that you don't know how to use it. And then it also gives them extra time to react. So most of the time when I open it like this, with the flick of the wrist, it opens. There's a couple times it just failed. So opening wise, it's got some negatives in my book. The lock, it's a simple liner lock, nothing fancy. There is no wigglage in the locking mechanism though once you actually get it locked. And as far as the blade goes, there's a tiny bit of play, but I don't think any more play than you're going to find in any other kind of knife that has a liner lock system like this. So the blade is fairly secure in there as far as its locking capability and the wiggle factor or wobble factor or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty secure in there, so I think that's pretty decent. Blade quality, it comes pretty sharp, 440 steel. I'm not a metal expert, so I don't know how that compares to like an AUS 8 steel. I just don't know. It seems to be pretty good. It comes sharp out of the box. I love the shape of the blade. It's very kind of sexy looking. But again, I'm not 100% sure on blade quality. It seemed for the amount of time that I've been using it, it's maintained its edge and it's still really sharp. So I would probably say it's a pretty decent blade. Durability, I have been using this. I have not had it for too long. I've been using this for about 4 months now. Seems to have maintained its edge really well. It doesn't get all beat up. It's very minimalist, so there's not much to beat up. So durability-wise, it seems to have held up pretty good. Like I said, there's no wiggle factor, so it hasn't come loose. Ergonomics, it fits in the hand pretty decent. Your fingers are protected from scooting up on the knife, and there's some jimping up here to help with the grip. The handle for the knife is very smooth though, so if it didn't have these to catch your fingers and hold it tight like that, it would probably slip a lot. But ergonomically, it feels really good in the hand, even though the handle is all smooth. So I think ergonomics, it fits really well. Balance, I like the way the shape of it. The center of gravity on the knife is good. It's not extremely heavy. It does have pretty good balance. It feels good in the hand. Overall, for 15 bucks, I think this was a great little knife to purchase. It has issues with the opening, but if you can overcome that with practice, which I obviously need to do because I can't seem to open it with gloves on at least. Usually I can open this pretty well without gloves on, but I got a messed up thumb and I don't want you guys looking at it on screen, so that's why I wear the gloves. Overall, not bad for 15 bucks. Area of engagement, I would probably say this makes a great backup knife. Possibly a knife to keep in a get-home bag. I still don't think I would bring this to a knife fight as good as I think it would be in a knife fight because of the way it's balanced and the way it feels in the hand. The opening, if you screw that up, then you're kind of dead, or at least have the potential to be dead. So that's a big factor for me. I don't think, I just don't think it gets the high scores in AOE. It just, utility knife, great. Secondary knife, great. Get home bag knife as a secondary knife that you keep in the get home bag to supplement your everyday carry knife, great. Not an overall tactical, get home, utilitarian, all that stuff. No good rating for that, but yeah. So if you're looking to start collecting some knives and you're looking for some inexpensive ones to start getting into it, I actually would recommend this. I think it's a nice little knife, but it does have some drawbacks. So I hope you guys found that review useful. And leave your comments below. Subscribe, please. Give some thumbs up. And most importantly, share the channel with others. I'm working on some really great information to post up about my prepping plan and to continue on into the next level. And I'm constantly posting stuff about Colorado legislature. So if you're in Colorado, send me a message and let me know. I'm trying to build a network of people so we can go out, have fun, go shooting and all that kind of stuff. But please share the channel. So thank you all for your support. God bless our military service members, past and present. And keep your powder dry, folks.